Well, Rick, I was in the federal courtroom this week when a judge raised questions and concerns about the consent decree. Now, today, I sat down with Congressman Morgan McGarvey, who is responding with a bold statement of his own. The Louisville area politician says this judge needs to approve this agreement.
To not enter the consent decree would be a really big step backwards. Which is why I think the judge needs to do it.
During a bombshell court hearing this week, a federal judge questioned the need for a consent decree to reform Louisville Police Department, even inquiring about the Department of Justice and Metro government reaching an independent settlement. On Friday, U.S. Congressman Morgan McGarvey talked exclusively with WOKY about the turn of events.
Well, in the history of the Department of Justice doing pattern and practice investigations, every single time that they've done this and it's resulted in a consent decree, the judge has signed off on it. It would be not just unusual, completely unprecedented for this judge to ignore the findings of the Department of Justice.
That 90-page report, released nearly 2 years before the consent decree was finalized, spells out decades of LMPD's discriminatory patterns and practices.
It was shocking and surprising, like throwing slushies at people.
Those abuses, the congressman says, is prime example why accountability and judicial oversight is necessary with this agreement.
Cities who have done this all over the country have seen the benefits to the community, to the police department, to the trust that builds between the two, and that's what we need here in Louisville.
With days until a new president is sworn into office, McGarvey raises questions of his own as federal judge Benjamin Beaton, who is Trump appointed, keeps the future of Louisville's consent decree in limbo.
I hope the judge is not stalling to see Trump political appointees come in and undo the work of career prosecutors in the Department of Justice, to undo the work of the mayor and to undo the work of the police department in reaching this consent decree, because it would have, I think, a really big and negative impact on our community if they do that.
And to give context, Judge Beaton introduced President-elect Donald Trump into the conversation at the hearing when he questioned the timing of the consent decree being filed on the eve of a new administration. Now, as for Congressman McGarvey, he says regardless of the judge's ruling, his office will still convene the community and push for the necessary reforms to LMPD. In studio, I'm Alexis Matthews, WOKY News.